Hello everybody, and today we are going to fix a Joy-Con. My son has 4 of these things, and it seems like every single one was broken. They were drifting, playing Mario Kart. It's like a disaster. It led to fights and lots of issues between me and the kids because of this right here. So after doing some searching around on the internet and stuff like that, and Amazon, you can actually buy new Joy-Cons, like the little controller right here. And it's like $10. It comes with the Y0, the Y00, and all the micro bits that you needed to fix it. The problem is, well, I needed it fixed soon, like right away. So I looked up a little bit more, and I found a way to fix it. Allegedly a permanent fix. We'll see how permanent it is. My son, I fixed 3 of them so far. My son said they all working great, and I am on the 4th and last one, so I decided to make a little video on it to show you how I permanently fixed it. So let's get to it. Let's get fixing the Joy-Con. So things you'll need for this: scissors. I have Post-it notes. I'll explain why I use Post-it notes. You don't necessarily need tweezers, though it could help if you're diving a little bit deeper. Some Q-tips if you're planning on actually pulling open the actual joystick. You're going to need some sort of micro screwdriver kit with the security bit. So now you need the Y0, the Y00 I believe it is, which is a special security bit, and then there's smallest Phillips, which I believe is, if I'm looking at over here, I don't even know what size it is. It doesn't matter. To do this, I basically, I didn't have any of the bits on hand. So what I ended up doing was I went to Home Depot and I got this iFixit kit here. Now this iFixit kit comes with a ton of stuff. I'm not sponsored by Home Depot in any way. They'll never sponsor me. I make these videos on random stuff day in and day out, and I don't think anyone's sponsoring me. You want to sponsor me? I'll take a sponsor. Anything. I don't really care what it is. But anyway, so these bits all come in this iFixit kit, and I was like, you know what? For $41, I'll take the plunge on it because it'll find its use into any number of other things that I'm happen to be doing. So why not get it? It comes with this nice little case. It's got these little magnets in here that hold it shut. Look at that. You can pick it up and it doesn't open up. So I was like, all right, why not? So anyway, so a kit like this with those Y0 and Y00 bits, and Joy-Con, a broken Joy. Whatever, Joy-Con, whatever it is. And that's it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open this up. I've done this 3 times now, and each time I've done it slightly different than the next, only because I'm just looking at different things. So we open it up. There should be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little screws that hold the casing. I do this on some sort of white mat because these things will roll away and you'll never find them ever again. I actually didn't lose any pieces during this 3 times. The first time I was actually doing this for about an hour because I actually pulled open the joystick area where the graphite contacts are and cleaned them out. It wasn't even necessary. It was a waste. I don't think it made any difference. That's not what the fix was. Once you get that, then you're going to crack it open. It should, over here, crack open relatively easy. There we go. Come on. And that's it. All right, now when you open it, you can do this 2 ways. The left and right one, or the plus and minus sign one, this is the minus sign one, are slightly different from each other. To get to the area where you need to do the fix, on this one, the minus one, you're going to need to pull the battery because there's a couple of screws underneath it. So once you get the Y0 out of the way, you're going to switch to a Phillips bit, and there's a couple of screws. So you have one right over here. That one's going to come out. Some people are going to say you remove the battery. I did the first time I did this, and on the second time I did it, and not on the 3rd time. Oh, anyway, this is magnetized also. So for the black screws that were coming out on the case, didn't help. The magnetized definitely helps on this one. Then you got to pull the battery off, but not out completely. Sometimes these things, there's an adhesive tape behind the battery, and that is it. So now I just take the battery and I pull it aside. Now I have 2 screws in here. You're going to see them. They're slightly different color. They are this like goldish color. Those are the 2 that we need to remove. And where we're looking for is this area right in there. So same Phillips. You'll see 2 other screws there to hold something else. Another part of the joystick, part of the circuit board in there. So we got those out. And now this comes out. Now it should be slightly connected. You'll see right here, there's a connection. You can take it and fold it over. Now where we're gonna fix. Right here, this is where the Joy-Con is, in this area. Basically what happens is the joystick has like an X and a Y coordinate system on it. And there's these 2 little leads that pop down here and 2 that rub on these graphite pads. And as you move in one direction, it'll cause the cursor or the analog stick to move one way and signal the other. What they say could happen is that you get dust in there on those graphite contacts and it'll cause the drift, this horrible drift. And on later versions, it's less of an issue because of the way the Joy-Con is set up, that there's more tension on it. So what I believe what happens is these little pads that stick down, these metal things, over time they loosen up and they start not holding down as tight. So if we find a way to push the metal backing this up against those pads more, it fixes drift. So some people use a business card. They say roughly 1 millimeter. I use the Post-it note because it's got a sticky back on it. That sticky back allows it to stay in position. On this one, it's a 3, whatever size this is. I cut off just the sticky portion of it. Then what I do is I fold it back like an accordion shape onto itself. Roughly that size of where the controller is. I found that this works, and then I end up cutting it down because what that Post-it does is it allows it to stick into position where it's supposed to be. So it doesn't move. And then I'll trim it like that. Do a little more trim here, clean it up. And then it goes right in. So now what happens is when this goes back on top, like so, and we screw this down, that paper wedges up against the plastic battery holder and also on the Joy-Con area too, where the metal is. That metal that holds that Joy-Con all together wraps around. When it sandwiches it, now it pushes and puts tension up on that. Gives you a better connection, less drift. It fixed the first one I did cleaning and that fix, it worked great. The second and third controller, I just did the Post-it note trick and it worked. How long it's going to work for, I don't know. But all I do know is it works now. I'll give an update over time to let you know how it works. But my son was playing Pokemon all weekend with it, or the last 3 days with it, without any issues whatsoever. Once you get that Post-it note back in, okay, you're going to just fold that battery case back over. Battery gets pushed right back into place. And like I said, the minus and plus controllers are slightly different from each other, but it's literally the same idea. It's not much different. Then the case gets folded back on top. Once you do this, sometimes this takes a little finesse, and you'll see it's a little bit harder to get down on the one side, which is fine. That's what we want. We want tension on this thing all the way around the inside. Okay, and then we're going to pop out for the Y00. I believe it's the Y0. And then I start on that side. Now, it is a good idea to recalibrate your controller afterwards when you're done doing this. Do you have to? I don't think you have to, really. I would, just in case. But you shouldn't need to. I mean, you should, but I don't think you need to. You do whatever you want to do. And there you have it. that is allegedly a fixed Joy-Con. I would just double check all the controls. It seems to move back, returns fine. Joy-Con fixed. Permanently, whatever permanent it is, sure, fine. If not, no big deal. Even if you get like another day out of it, who cares? It like took all of 2 seconds to open it up and put a Post-it note inside, so it doesn't really matter. If you do clean it though, you can actually, I don't know if you could see on that, there was some slight dust that did come out of the inside of the stick. Like I said, probably not even worth doing. That's it. Hope you like this. If you want me to tear open some other stuff and review or fix or look at things, I'll do it. Like and subscribe. Put it in the comments section of anything. I'll probably do it. Doesn't make a difference to me. All right, everybody, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this video of random videos on my channel, and have a good night. Fixed Joy-Con, permanent. Take care. Bye.